Today we are looking at every Marvel Comics published with a cover date of August 1963. There were 10 comics on the newsstand, all written by Stan Lee, but only 5 of them are in the superhero genre. Only 50% of the product from Marvel at this time. And so we're going to take a look at only those 5 books because that's what most collectors are after. Starting with, new this month on the newsstands, was Fantastic Four, number 17. This is Marvel's most popular superhero title. In fact, it was the first one that they started ongoing. And this is the Silver Age superhero comic number 68 that they've now released since launching with Fantastic Four number 1 a year and a half earlier. And this book features a Doctor Doom cover and appearance, 12-cent cover price. Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby cover. On the CGC census, 486 copies in total have been graded in all conditions, but only 7 copies graded 9.6 or better, to show you how rare books of this age are in super high grade. And Heritage has sold 154 copies in the last 20 years on their auction website. Looking at the Overstreet annual price guide, we can see the growth of the prices in all conditions for raw copies in the last 16 years. You can see the book has not quite doubled in low grade, but high grade it is almost tripled. And this is for raw copies. If you want to see how the market is going right now, check out recent eBay sales, or for slabbed CGC copies, check out gpanalysis.com to get up-to-the-date market reports. On the census overall, 486 copies graded, only 1 9.8 and 6 9.6. There is a United Kingdom pence price cover variant, only 4 copies graded, and the highest is a 7. Also released this month was Journey into Mystery number 95. Now, Thor has been around since number 83, so this is about his 13th appearance at this point. And on the cover, it's Thor versus Thor. Jack Kirby cover. 265 copies only graded, with only 3 9.6s or better. Not too many at Heritage, only 68 copies. The Overstreet annual price guide shows us that the book has more than doubled in lowest grade, and it has gone up 4 times in the higher grade raw. On the census, there's 1 9.8 and 2 9.6s. Only one of the UK price editions has ever been graded, and it is a 5. You'll notice that Stan Lee was busy pushing their other products this month, including Kathy, Modeling with Millie, Patsy and Heyday, and Patsy Walker. That is 4 titles aimed at girl readers, teen and romance themed issues. And of course, Westerns were still popular for Marvel with Rawhide Kid number 35. Strange Tales 111 came out, and this is the big book of the month. Why? You can't tell from the cover, but this is the 2nd appearance of Doctor Strange. He's not on the cover yet, but he is inside, and this is a major key book because of that. It's also the first appearance of his enemy, Baron Mordo. The Human Torch continues his solo stories in this issue for the 11th issue in a row, and Steve Ditko drew the Doctor Strange story, and Dick Ayers drew the Human Torch story. There's even a backup horror story from Larry Lieber. 379 copies have been graded. The numbers have really jumped in the last few years since the Doctor Strange movies started popping up on screens. Still only 3 9.6s or better. Heritage has now sold 84. On the Overstreet price guide, you can see the book has basically doubled, and in high grade is almost gone up 4 times. On the CGC census, there's 1 9.8 and 2 9.6s. Also coming out this month from the writing talents of Stan Lee was Tales of Suspense number 44. This book features the 6th appearance ever of Iron Man with a Jack Kirby cover, interior art by Steve Ditko and Don Heck. Nice blue bold background cover with Egyptian pyramids. And 318 copies graded in total, 4 9.6s. Heritage has started to really pick up on this book. In the Overstreet price guide, the book has more than doubled in lowest grades, and it has gone 3.5 times in high grades raw. And on the CGC census, there are 2 9.8s, 2 9.6s. And finally, out this month, we have Tales to Astonish number 46. This features another issue of the Ant-Man, also featuring the Wasp and Cyclops, Steve Ditko art. Only 136 copies in total graded this book, and only one 9.6 or better. Heritage also has not sold many of these. This is not so much of a key issue, as this is roughly Ant-Man's, I think, 12th appearance. In the Overstreet price guide, you'll see the book has not even doubled over this time span, but it has gone up 3 times in highest grades. And on the CGC census, there are no 9.8s. There's one 9.6 and 2 9.4s. Only one copy has ever been graded of the UK Pence edition, and it's graded an 8.5. So there you go. That is all of the key books released by Marvel Comics with a cover date of August 1963. Now, just to show you a little bit of comparison, I wanted to quickly show you how they stat against each other on the CGC census. So let's see what we notice here. The first thing I notice is by far Fantastic Four number 17 has the most copies graded in total. And the one with the least copies is Tales to Astonish 46 with only 136. Overall, for high grades, you'll see that they all had at least a 9.8, except for the Tales to Astonish 46. And for comparison's sake, just to show you how rare the teenage romance books are, Kathy number 24 that came out this month only has one copy graded at all, and it's only a 5.0. So our big book of the month was the second appearance of Doctor Strange. And again, if you look at the census, you'll see how few copies there are in total. Even if you look at 9.0 or better, we're talking usually roughly about 25 copies total for most of these books, to give you an idea of how unlikely they're going to turn up on the market. And if they do, you're going to pay record prices. We do this series every week, and we look at another month in the history of Marvel Comics of the Silver Age. You can learn more about comic book collecting and investing at terryhoknes.com and CBSI at comicinvest.com, comicbookinvest.com. We'll see you again next week. Thanks for watching.